Hello and welcome to Yoga in the Boardroom with me, Tracy Forsyth. And I am so delighted to be joined by my very own yoga teacher, Molly Robinson, who is the CEO and founder of Down to Flow Escape. So not only is she an amazing yoga teacher who puts me through my paces, but she also owns an amazing company which does extraordinary retreats. And I was lucky enough to be on one myself. So welcome, Molly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Tracy.
Yeah, so I've twisted her arm the other day while she was teaching me to say, "Oh, can you come on my Yoga in the Boardroom Friday Flexes to show us some moves?" So just to explain, Yoga in the Boardroom is all about how to bring well-being into the workplace. So instead of having to have a mat and don lycra, it's about what you can do at work, and particularly on a Friday afternoon, we are all knotted up from being hunched over the laptop. So Molly, I am going to hand over to you to ask you to show us your recommendations on what we should do to release those knots in our neck, shoulder, and what should we do to limber up before we hit the weekend?
Great. Thank you so much, Tracy. So exactly, you don't need to be wearing lycra and having a yoga mat to be able to loosen up and relax a little bit after a stressful week. So I'm going to go through a few moves with you to help limber up. If you have a strap of some kind, that'd be beneficial, but I'm going to be doing it without, so you totally don't need it. Also a pair of socks, which sounds random, but if you've got a pair of socks and or a towel, whatever you can put underneath your feet, just to offer a little bit of pivoting on the foot when we come to a couple of standing postures.
Okay, brilliant.
All right, so I've set up my table as my desk for the day.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, we'll find our positions.
Yeah.
Then from here, we're just going to start off, as always, thinking about the spine. I want to just start to roll through it. So you're going to shrug up with the shoulders. You're going to shrug behind with the shoulders. You're going to shrug forward. And then as you go forward, you're going to allow your chin to draw into your chest. And you're really going to roll. You can flop the hands if that feels nice. Rolling just as much as you can. And you're going to inhale to lift back up, one vertebrae at a time. You do that nice big shoulder roll up, back, and down. When you come back to the top, you can even reach the arms up, take an inhale, and then again an exhale. We're going to roll forward, chin goes into chest, you roll all the way down. If you have the space to take your head to your knees, you can do. And then you inhale to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice big shoulder shrug up, back, and down. Inhale, we're going to go for one more just like that. And exhale to roll, chin draws into chest. You really allow yourself to fold all the way forward. Good, then inhale to lift all the way back up, shoulder shrug, reach the arms up high towards the sky. Beautiful. Then from here, you're going to circle the arms all the way behind, and you're going to interlace the fingers behind the back. You're going to inhale to extend the chest towards the ceiling. Take the hands as high away from your bum as possible, lifting the gaze up. Then you're slightly going to come back to neutral with the spine, so just less of an arch. We're going to come into a bit of a neck stretch. I'm going to show you what goes on behind my back. Okay, so you're going to bend both elbows. Then your left forearm comes parallel to your mid-back. Then you're going to squeeze the right elbow behind. Then as soon as you get into this kind of like single leg chicken position, you're then going to take your right elbow, your right ear to your right shoulder. So we're going to stretch into this left side of your neck. And the benefit of having this arm wrapped behind just offers a bit more range of motion to go a little bit deeper into this neck stretch.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, it's really nice. And you can play around with tilting the head down. Up and just really starting to kind of, I don't know, grease the groove of moving that neck after a lot of tension, keeping the spine nice and upright. So make sure you're not rounding to one side. And if you keep pinning this right elbow back, so as if your right elbow is shooting towards the wall behind you, then you're just going to offer a little bit of an opening into the right side of your chest.
Oh, it's so good. I've never done this one before, but it really, like, putting that forearm behind your back just creates more distance between, I guess, the shoulder and the ear or something. That's so
exactly good. So you're just lengthening through that left side a little bit more. All right, go for a final one. You can have a little bit of a static hold if you would like. Then all we're simply going to do is uninterlace our fingers, reach the hands behind, inhale, sweep the arms up high to the sky, then exhale, circle the arms all the way behind, and again we're going to go for that funny little interlocking. So you've got the fingers, and then you bend the elbows, forearm, this time your right one goes to your mid-back, then you squeeze the left elbow behind. And again, same as before, you're then going to drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. If you're like me, you might get a couple of clicks coming out of your neck at the same time.
I always get clicks, and feels like it's so good because, like, I always feel like concrete by this time of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
And I actually feel a stretch down my now which one is it? It's like down my bicep on the arm where I've got the forearm behind my back. So that would be my right arm.
So your right arm, yes, perfect. So you're really going to get that stretch all the way down the front of that right arm as well, because you've got that slight internal rotation. So the shoulder is naturally rolling forward in this position. So you're just going to increase the amount that you're going to be able to stretch in this pose. Again, go for those nice little neck rolls so head can lift up and back down. Really pinning the left elbow to point back. And again, just notice if there's any areas that are particularly tight. Sometimes I find lifting my jaw towards the ceiling, I can really feel it in my kind of scalings right underneath my neck.
I always find it down the back. I think is it the levator scapulae, that one that is like the one that goes into your shoulder blade or something, that always seems to be tight.
So the one, so you're probably spending a lot of your time rounding.
Yes. I try not to, but I think it is just that being on the computer, typing and having a finger on the mouse or a hand on the mouse. I think no matter how much you try to sit up, it's just that action of leaning forward.
Yes, especially as the day progresses.
Yeah.
All right, then when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to center. Again, extend the arms behind. Inhale to lift the arms up high to the sky. This time you're going to grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand. So you're going to inhale to lift and lengthen, then exhale to rotate over to that right side. So we're stretching into that left lat muscle and into your left oblique side of the waist. Take one more breath here, then we're going to come into a bit of a twist. So you're going to take your left hand onto the outer edge of your right knee, and the right hand goes to your lower back. Once you've found this position, you're going to inhale to lift and lengthen, then exhale to gaze over that right shoulder. Now I want you to actively push your right knee into your left hand. As soon as you feel that little push, you'll notice how you can start to rotate with your spine just a little bit more. Every inhale, I want you to try and lengthen through the spine. So imagine someone's pulling you up from the crown of your head. And then every exhale to just twist towards the right a little bit more as you push the knee into the hand. Go for a final one. Good. And slowly bring yourself back to center. Inhale to lift the arms high to the sky. Then on the exhale, grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to stretch all the way across. Again, we're getting this nice stretch into the side of the waist. Imagine that you're trying to tilt the gaze up to the ceiling as you do this. So we're finding an openness through our chest. Take one more deep breath. Then again, on the exhale, you're going to place the right hand on the outer edge of the left knee, left hand to the lower back. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to rotate over that left shoulder. And again, you've got the push of the knee into the hands. So that right arm is fairly active to aid the rotation. Every inhale you lift, every exhale you twist.
I love these kind of twists because they just stretch so many different parts of you as well, don't they?
Yes, exactly. All the muscles in between our ribs, all of our obliques. It feels so nice. The mid back, upper back. Take a final one. Then slowly come back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up high to the sky. All right, this time we're going to include a little bit of lower body. So I'm going to scooch myself forward so you can see. All right, so on the inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up high to the sky. Exhale, draw the hands to prayer to heart center as you lift your right knee into your chest. Then you're going to flip the foot, so then the right ankle goes over your left knee. Good. Then you're going to come onto the tippy toes of the left foot. So that's going to automatically drive that left knee just a little bit higher. Then I want you to imagine that you're trying to push this right knee down towards the ground, and you should start to feel an opening into that right glute. Then you're going to take an inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale to rotate once more, but this time towards the left side.
Towards the toe. Yeah, okay.
Yes, so to where your right foot is pointing, same direction as you are starting to face.
I think I've got that. I'm just going to show my toes.
Yes, good. And then I want you to start to see if you can lower your right elbow towards the arch of your right foot. So again, taking that nice twist, it's going to intensify the stretch on the glutes. Now, just remember that when we sit at our desk all day, those glutes shorten, they tighten. So it's really important to stretch them out.
Hang on, do we want tight glutes, Molly? Don't we want a tight bottom?
Don't want a tight bottom. Take 2 more breaths. Keep thinking about lifting the left knee high. You're still on the ball of those left toes and you're pushing the right knee down. Take a final one. Then slowly come back to center with the spine. Keep this nice lift. Then on the exhale, you're just going to fold over the legs. You can fly the hands behind and you should feel a nice intensity into that right glute.
I do. It's like pigeon pose, isn't it? It's like...
It is exactly that. It's our modified pigeon pose.
Yeah, which I always love. I think everybody's got to love. It's pigeon pose, I think, is that one that you... that it feels... It's like so tough that it feels good always.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. You know, it feels good, but it really is very powerful.
Exactly. Then when you're ready, you're slowly going to lift back up. As you reach the arms up high to the sky, you're going to lift the right knee into the chest, and then you're going to drop that foot back down. So a cheeky bit of hip flexor strength there. On your next exhale, draw the hands to prayer to heart center. Draw the left knee into your chest. Then again, place the left ankle over that right knee. Again, come onto the ball of the right toes. So you're automatically adding a bit of extra height to add more depth into the stretch.
Yeah.
Then think about pushing the left knee down towards the ground. You inhale to lift and lengthen. Then we're going for that rotation. So again, you rotate to the right. Take a couple of breaths here. See if you can use your obliques to rotate a little further. Then you can slowly start to lower your left elbow towards the left arch of the foot. Now, I'm much tighter on this side, so I can't get as far with my left elbow to the left arch. And that's okay. Just go as far as you can and as far as feels good without a nasty pinching.
You see, so I'm so sort of achievement focused that I just hooked my elbow onto the instep. But are you actually really supposed to like lift and lengthen and then go over?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like keep a lengthened spine.
Exactly. Keep as much of a length in the spine as possible. As soon as you start to kind of like round and dome, we're kind of compromising the position. So if you keep nice and upright, even if you're not rotating as far, you're going to get more of a benefit from the pose.
Okay.
Good. Keep nice and high on those right toes. Keep trying to energetically sending the left knee lower and keep twisting towards that right side for just 2 more breaths.
It's a good one. It's like an all-in-one, this one, isn't it? It's like about 3 or 4 different poses put into one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then when you're ready, slowly lift up, come back to center. Keep the leg positioning. Take an inhale to lift, exhale to fold forward. And then when you're ready, you can fly your hands behind. Now, again, this is my tight side, so I can't lower as much. And the main focus is a nice flat spine as you lower. You're taking your gaze forwards, but you're not arching the neck. So you've got a nice neutral spine. And it will just intensify that stretch onto that left glute.
It definitely does. I just have a theory that the second side that you that you go to is your tighter side. I think people start always with their, I don't know whether it's conscious or subconscious, but start with their looser side.
I think naturally people start with their most dominant side.
Right.
It's the side that you always kind of lead with.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, is often your right leg. And in yoga specifically, you always start on the right side.
Yes.
Which the left side, unfortunately, tends to be a little bit shortened in most stretches.
Yes. And what happens if you're
much tension? Yes.
You're left-handed like me. And I wonder what that means.
Yes, exactly. All right, when you're ready, inhale, we lift back up. Again, keep the leg positioning. As you lift the arms up, you draw the left knee into your chest. Again, a cheeky hip flexor hold. Then you slowly lower that leg back down. Good. From here, you're just going to interlace the hands behind the back. You're going to inhale to lift and lengthen. Imagine we're just kind of resetting through the spine as much as we can. Take one more breath and slowly come back to center. All right, we're going to come into a stand to get into our quads. So when you're ready, you're going to stand up next to your desk. I'm just going to move the camera slightly further back.
Oh, no, this is the thing about these that you kind of need a bigger. Anyway, never mind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got my seat directly behind my calves. You can see my little end of my seat bench here.
Yes.
And this is where socks can come into handy. You're going to step your left foot forward about one big step's distance, and then you're going to transfer the weight into that left leg. Then the right foot, you can just see my foot poking there, will come on top of your bench or foot or seat, whatever you're using. Good.
I'm going to do it here then. Okay. My sofa.
All right. Then when you're ready, all you're simply going to do is inhale to lift the chest towards the ceiling, pin the elbows back. It's a little bit of a back bend. Then you're going to exhale to round, draw the elbows together, draw the chin into the chest. Now my front knee has bent in this position. You inhale to open, lift the chest. My back leg is straightening. Then exhale to round. I'm going to try and show you a different angle. Tracy, keep going. So inhale to open as much as you can. And then an exhale to round and dome. We're going to go for 2 more pulses. So again, inhale to open. You straighten the back leg. You lift the chest. Then you exhale to round and dome. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to round and dome. Good. Slowly drop the right foot next to the left. You can sweep the arms up as you come to stand. Then exhale to come back to a neutral position. Beautiful.
And is the fact that you've got your foot on the back thing, is that just stretching out this front side then?
Yes, exactly. So when your foot is onto your seat, and as soon as you come into that back bend position, you're trying to straighten the leg. Yes. You're only increasing the range of motion. So you're going to increase the stretch. Whereas if you were on the ground and you were just doing it regularly, you don't have as much of a bend, so you wouldn't feel it quite as much.
Yeah.
And again, if you spend most of your day sitting down, your hip flexors, this little muscle here, big one actually, gets quite tight and short. So this movement, where we're lifting the hips up, we're straightening through the back leg, is forcing that hip flex to open really, really wide.
Nice. Okay.
So when you're ready, we're going to come to the next leg. So take a big step forward with your right foot. Shift the weight into the right. Then you place the left foot on top of your seat. Then again, on the inhale, you pull the elbows back and you try and straighten into that left leg. Then on the exhale, you round, you curl, you bring your elbows together. You inhale to open and fully extend. Then you exhale to round. So really nice spinal movements. Inhale, you should start to feel that stretch into the front of the left hip. Exhale to round, 2 more times. Inhale, we open, pulling the shoulders back. Good. Exhale to round, 1 more time. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we round. Beautiful. Then you can slowly bring the left foot next to the right. You can inhale to sweep the arms up. Then exhale to bring the hands to prayer, to heart center. Beautiful. All right. Do we have time for a couple more, Tracy?
Oh, yeah, I do anyway. I'm sure everybody else does as well. We're loving it.
Okay, great. I'm going to, again, just shift my camera position. Sorry, I know it's a lot of moving around.
No worries.
There's my bench. Good. All right. From here, this time you're going to place your right foot onto your seat.
Yeah.
So we've got this kind of modified lunge position. Then we're going to start to open up into the groin. So I've started off with my right foot on my seat. Of course, we're going to do both sides. So my back foot is then going to pivot onto a 90-degree angle. So you'll see automatically I'm facing away from you guys. From this position, you're going to bend into your right leg. You're going to place your right elbow onto your right knee. And you're going to lift your left arm up. So we're coming back into this side body work. Gently engage the glutes forward. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Then you're going to inhale to lift back, bending in, straightening, into that right leg. Inhale, lift the right arm up and over. Then exhale, come straight back into it. Inhale, the left arm up and over. And exhale. Inhale, we lift back up. So we're really stretching into the inner thigh and groin. And into that left side of the waist. We've got these really nice big circular movements going on with the arms. So we're really trying to help open up and release any tension through the upper back. Continue with your breath just for 2 more rotations. Doesn't really matter what your pose looks like. Everyone will look slightly different. But as long as you're feeling the stretch on the right inner thigh, that's all I care about.
Yes, definitely. Just lovely big stretches on either side.
Good. All right, then when you're ready, you're going to face towards your seat. So 10 toes pointing forward. You're going to inhale to lift the arms up, bend into the front knee, then place the hands down onto your seat. Then you're just going to push the bum back, coming into a little hamstring stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Just take 3 breaths here. Good. Take a final one. Nice. Then rebending back into the knee. You can use a hand to support. Slowly hop that right foot back. And we're back into that neutral position. You can sweep the arms up as a little bit of a reset. Then exhale, we come straight onto that second side. So left foot goes onto your seat. Once you get there, you pivot your right foot to that 90-degree angles. So again, your body should be facing towards the length side. Yeah. Again, you bend into that left knee, left elbow onto left knee, then inhale, lift the right arm up. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale to sink a little deeper to intensify the stretch. Good, then inhale to lift up with the left arm. Good. Then exhale. Take the elbow to the knee. Inhale, we reach that right arm up and over. Beautiful. Then exhale. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. So again, you can use your breath. This is a really nice one to open up into the sides of the waist and into that rib cage, more importantly as well. So we're really stretching all of the intercostal muscles that sit around this right rib. So you can start to breathe a little deeper.
I feel it in the inner thigh, obviously, as well.
Yes, good. All right, go for your final one. Good. Then when you're ready, come back to center. Pivot your 10 toes to face forward. Again, bend into that front knee, reach the arms up, Then on the exhale, hands plant onto your seat as you push the bum back. Good. So again, feeling that nice stretch into your hamstrings. You might even feel a stretch on the top of your foot and ankle. This is just the fascia on the top of the foot that might be a little bit tight. Good. Take a final breath here. Nice. Then rebending back into the left knee. You can use your hand to support. Slowly come back up to stand. And you're going to inhale to lift your arms up high to the sky. Then exhale to bring your hands to prayer, to heart center, and give yourself a nice big clap.
Yay! Thank you, Molly. That was incredible.
You're so welcome.
Such a treat. Such a treat. I love all those new twists that I've never done before. And it's so nice to do some of those standing sequences as well. So listen, thank you, Molly, so much. And please, everybody who's watching, if you want to follow Molly, she's inspirational on Instagram. She's at Flowing Foodie. And I really, really urge you to check out Down to Flow Escapes. I think it's downtoflowescapes.com, isn't it? Because you do all kinds of amazing escapes. And what else? Anything else? How else would they find out a little bit more about you, Molly, other than those two things?
It is mainly those two things, to be honest. The website and my social media handle. Obviously come and join on a retreat or a workshop, and then you can get to know me a little bit more.
Yes, yeah. And I'm going to try and twist your arm to come back and do some more with me for yoga in the boardroom.
Of course.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. And thank you, Molly, and have a wonderful weekend. I definitely do feel very, very limbered up now. I don't know about anybody else. I'm sure you are limbered up and lots of tension has been released. So thank you very, very much. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast. Hold on.